What are your main priorities for the city in 2021 specifically?
So the near term. So when I legislate for the long term, and then I walk it back and develop many goals and legislation so that we can build for the vision of the long term, especially like in water policy, right? Looking forward to a water short future. Okay. And when I design curriculum, you start with the end in mind. What do you want the student to know and be able to do? Walk it back. And then you get more granular as you come back, and you end up designing assignments and rubrics and stuff like that going forward. Thinking about the city. So instead of like focusing on, 10% affordable housing within all these little metrics, let's think of what we want our city to look like in 10, 20 years. Let's come together and think about that, right? More accessible, not built around the car, more mobile, more equitable, neighborhoods, not housing developments, interwoven with services, right? So you don't always have to drive your car somewhere. These sorts of conceptual ideas, and then we can walk it back. Having said that, the very, very near term is going to be about reemerging from the pandemic, right? So we're going to have to get our small businesses up and going again. We're going to have to make sure that we're safe and healthy. We're going to have to get the schools, really important. And the president of the school board went to high school with me. We're really good friends. We're going to have to really wrap our arms around those kids, all the kids, especially the kids who suffered the most, especially the kids with less internet, especially the kids who may have hardships at home, right? Which have been hidden by the pandemic because teachers are first reporters, right? Mandatory reporters. So we need to uncover exactly what they need and then get in there and get it for them, right? So we're going to look at education, got to look at health. Mental health is a huge need, addiction services, which have all, I'm sure, increased, right? When we emerge from our homes. And then we're going to also think, I'm really anxious to put heads together, possibly get a identified funding stream together to house people. So I was thinking the other day, there's, attainable housing, affordable housing, but how about there's another layer of housing that we need, which is immediate housing, right? And when we approach it that way, the sad thing, and I was talking to my daughter, the one Leslie was referring to, Abby, who is a social justice warrior, and she loves Leslie. We end up housing people and we put them in jail, right? And that being homeless is not crime. And that's where, unfortunately, sometimes the avenue that our society has chosen to use, where they get healthcare and mental health services and addiction services. Maybe we redesign a more humane situation and use our tax dollars not to build a bigger jail, which I voted no on twice, but to build housing, immediate housing that have those wraparound services. So I think that's the short term, and then we need to get together and get a vision for the long term, and then walk it back to do like individual goals. It's a long answer, sorry.